Hey family, what's going on, man? It's your brother priest Danyaahla, Lions of Israel Maccabees Alliance Council. It's really late. I mean, it's really early in the morning or late, depending on how you look at it. So, uh, I need a little company driving in, so y'all could drive in with me, and we go ahead and talk. It's kind of crazy out here right now. So while I wait for one or two other people to come in, because I don't really expect anybody much because of the time, I'm gonna go ahead real quick and just give it like another minute or two, and then I'm gonna go ahead. All right, so hold on, y'all. Something soulful to make you soulful. Let's go. Kind of like this right here. Yeah. Got me feeling some type of way. I told y'all it was musicians that brought me into the truth. Got me up here dancing in the booth. They say the truth shall set you free, give you liberty, trick me. With your lies, you must be kidding me. The end is almost here. Of this captivity, it's time to repent. They say the truth shall set you free, give you liberty, trick me. With your lies, you must be kidding me. The end is almost here. Of this captivity, it's time to repent. Now watch this. The blessings, the curses, the lesson, the purpose. When we break God's laws, it's aggression, just worship. Don't do it. The kingdom, the promise, the greatness, the honors. I want to live to see the day when Satan's demolished. Now, one time for my sister on the soul track, showbiz, aging. Can I get a soul clap? Old man is dead, and I don't want to go back. 12 drops of this, so this is bigger than just pro blast. Some speak of peace, and some prophesy doom. Moral of the story is prepare for the bridegroom. He may come at night, he may come at high noon. Everything destroyed like winds from a typhoon. Always on time. I said your hours never late. Apply the precepts to life so you can elevate. It won't be long before our people's in a better state. And when we get to heaven, damn right we're gonna celebrate. And I ain't talking about a place that's invisible. Give us our kingdom on earth in the physical. Revelation 5 and 10. Cause it's spiritual. Church is a scam, so be careful who you listen to and don't be so easily led. Sheep need to be fed. What's understood never needs to be said. So I teach on the corner, suited in my black boots. Always stay humble and keep my movements grand. So the truth shall set you free, give you liberty, trick me. With your lies, you must be kidding me. The end is almost here. Of this captivity, it's time to repent. They say the truth shall set you free, give you liberty, trick me. With your lies, you must be kidding me. The end is almost here. Of this captivity, it's time to repent. And watch this. Laws and commandments discovered on fragments from the Dead Sea, hidden in caves without visits of slaves. Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another edition of Maccabees TV. I call this the early morning drive-in. Y'all see what time it is. If you're on the East Coast or wherever you are, you can see what time it is. It's early in the morning, and I'm driving on the highway on my way to work. I'm feeling a little bit sleepy this morning, brothers and sisters, so I said I would go ahead and talk to y'all. That'll keep me awake. And I always have to keep my eyes peeled when I drive into work because there are deer everywhere on this road. And the deer have no fear to come out in the middle of the highway and get hit. They have no fear of that. Just now before I went live, I was driving and the deer actually was walking towards the car like it wanted me to hit it. I had to hurry up and speed before the deer came towards the car, so I didn't hit it. It gives no meaning to the words deer in the headlight, like a deer caught in the headlights. I didn't understand that when I was younger, but when I got a little older and I live where I live, I understand what it means, like a deer caught in the headlights, because they will come right in the middle of the road and then stop and look at you and wait for you to hit them. It's kind of crazy, y'all. So, you know, I got to keep my eyes peeled. Normally, I listen to some music. I blast it at the highest volume I could, whatever, and you know, try to keep awake. Yeah, Corey, one of a kind. Like I said, I'm on my way to work. This is the time I always go to work, but I'm a little bit extra sleepy this morning. I'm a little bit extra tired for whatever reason, and so I'm just changing it up a little bit. I was listening to some music, and I was still sleepy. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk. I'll talk to y'all. I know that, you know, the one or two of y'all that are awake now, and that'll kind of help me out until I get, you know what I'm saying, I wake up a little bit more. All right. So
I see there's a couple of y'all in the house. That's what's good, but nobody's hitting that like button. Y'all know the deal. Come on, show some love. Hit that like button. Yeah, Corey, one of a kind. I go from state to state. So my drive to and from work is about an hour and a half every morning. And so obviously when you get into New Jersey and ultimately New York, traffic is ridiculous. So what I do is I go to work, I get up like, leave my house like about 4 in the morning, and I drive to work to beat rush hour traffic. Because rush hour traffic over here starts around like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Traffic starts getting real thick. Y'all can see the roads now, nobody's out here. But as I get closer to work, watch how the traffic begins to increase. That's just how it goes. Especially, going into New Jersey or New York, that's how it goes. So this is the easiest way. And also, I'm able to leave work before rush hour going back home. So that's why I do it so early. Physically, it's killing me because the body was not created to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't give a damn how early you go to bed. I don't give a damn how early you go to bed. The body was not created to get up at 3 in the morning and to start driving like a half an hour, 45 minutes later. It just wasn't created for that. It's not. No matter how many years I do this, I 100% can never get used to this thing. But it's life. We're in captivity. We're under our enemy's rule. And so it is what it is. So I got a lot of the other drivers, they're like going around me, but I'm telling y'all, on this particular stretch of road right here, I don't kill it. I don't do more than about 60. So a lot of the cars that they like to go around me, but then they're the ones that wind up hitting these damn deer. Because on this highway, I was telling brothers in my camp yesterday, on this highway that I take to come into work, this highway, all there is on here is roadkill. That's all there is. Because these trucks be doing 80, 90 miles an hour. And by the time you see the deer, it's too late. No matter how you hit your brakes, it's too late. So you wind up hitting them. So I like when these 18-wheelers drive around me, and I drive right behind them, because guess what? They'll hit the deer, and I won't, because I'm right behind you. You know what I'm saying? So there's a method to driving in this area that I live. So I just said I would come on here and talk with you brothers and sisters a little bit. Edwin Shivers, shalom to you as well. Yeah. Anyway, y'all pardon me. I'm not going to be able to look at the comments like I'd like to, because like I said, I'm driving. I got to keep my eyes peeled at all times, especially on this road. Once I get into Jersey, not so much. There's not as many deer no more. The part of Jersey I go through, there's not as many deer. But right here, man, listen. I told y'all just now, a deer ran right towards my car like it wanted me to hit it. I don't know. Maybe the deer wanted a lawsuit or something. I don't know. Anyway, man, it's more y'all in here than I thought. It's not a lot of y'all, but it's more y'all in here than I thought would be in here this time in the morning. So y'all see the title, right? Y'all see the title. Let's get down to business. Y'all see the title, right? Most of y'all are gonna watch this video a little bit later. Once you watch the video on the replay, you'll hear what it is that I'm talking about. You'll get to actually go and check what I'm about to talk about out. Yeah, Corey, one of a kind. I know you're in the UK, man, so it's like 9 something over there, man. Definitely. By the way, man, I'm trying to get over to the UK. I got some business in the UK, man. Not business, but business in terms of research. I need to do in the UK, man. I'm trying to get over there, bro. I'm trying to get over there, man. Most High will, I'm trying to get over there, man. There's definitely some things I need to come see and experience in the UK, man. So Most High will, man. I can't say when, how, Most High got to give me the money, and he got to give me the time to get there. But trust me, I need to get there. I got 3 destinations that I'm trying to get to. One of them will surprise you. The first destination I'm trying to get to, obviously, is Israel. At some point, I want to go to Israel. I've heard a lot about it. When I was younger in the truth, I didn't want to go because I heard so many bad things. But now that a lot of people I know have gone over there, they say it's a worthwhile experience to experience it at least once. So I would love to go to Israel. That's number one. And I have several invites on the table from different Israelites that are over there. I just have to take them up on the offer. Second place that I'd like to go, I just told y'all, is the United Kingdom, London. I'd like to go there as well. And the third place I'd like to go to, believe it or not, I'd like to go to Egypt. Because I feel like a lot of these dudes that go to Egypt, especially these Kemetic dudes, they be lying, man. They're extremely biased and they don't tell you the truth. So I like to go and research and see the monuments for myself and ask questions from the scholars and the curators of the museums and the pyramids. Ask questions myself, so we get the real story. You understand? So those are some of the places I'd like to go if it be the Most High's will. Corey, one of a kind, you're damn right, man. You're damn right. And I know everywhere I'd like to go. I'd also like to go to Scotland, but it's not really high on my list. But I like to go to Scotland as well, because there's some things there I need to research as well. Anyway, I don't want to get too far deviated. Once again, I see more people coming into the room. Once y'all come in, family, if y'all could just hit that like button, what it does, like I always tell y'all, the algorithm will cause it to be seen by more people that's logging on to YouTube, and the ones that log on later, they'll see it as well. So if the rest of y'all could just hit that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Right now, Amateur Black TV, I saw you said you have a question. I'd like to do what I'm doing first, and then maybe in a little while, I'll look and see what's up with your question. But I'd like to talk about what I'm here to talk about first, okay? So let's do it. So everybody's aware of what's been going on in the community. Obviously, everybody's aware of what's been going on in the community, particularly the case with Brother Nasi Yashuvel. Everybody's aware of that. No secrets. Now, I've been watching on social media, and a lot of brothers and sisters are saying that something needs to be said, 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 right? Okay. How many of you brothers and sisters know that yesterday his father's school gave a statement? They gave us a public statement. Most of y'all didn't watch it. How do I know? Because I was watching it just now before I left home. And it doesn't have as many views as it should have based on the uproar that's in the community. So most of you probably aren't even aware that they responded to specifically the things that are being said about them. It's a very short statement. I think the video is less than 7 minutes. It's less than 7 minutes. Nevertheless, they responded. So once I arrive at work, I'm going to go into my comment section, not the live section that y'all commenting in now, but I'm gonna go into my comment section and I'm gonna give the link for you brothers and sisters to go over to the channel so you guys can see their response and judge for yourself. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you brothers and sisters my commentary and my opinion on their response. And what I'm going to say to you brothers and sisters is the same thing that I said to them. I ain't changing it, all right? Once again, if you're just coming in, hit the like button, please. All right, so, yeah, Danyaahla, that's what I'm saying. It's on their father's school's channel. I know a lot of y'all aren't familiar with the channel. So like I said, if you come back here later on at about, I should get to work in about an hour and a half. If you come back and check my comment section in an hour and a half, if you can't find it, I will post the link for their statement in the comment section of this video. So you guys will be able to go check it out, especially those of y'all that are watching this on the rebroadcast later, okay? Now I'm gonna give my commentary concerning the response. I'm going to address what I said in my last video, and I'm gonna bring it up to date. So you brothers and sisters saw that about, I would say about a week, maybe a week and a half ago, I did a video where I told Brother Nasi, hey, you need to come forward and say something. That was the gist of the video. I don't have to be long. That was the gist of the video. You need to come forward and you need to say something. That was the video I did. What most of you brothers and sisters don't know, I did tell a few people, but what most of you brothers and sisters don't know, Nasi saw that video. He saw it. And he called me after watching the video. And I'm just going to tell you brothers and sisters straight up and down. I'm going to tell you what I told him. I said, brother, every day that you do not come forward and at least say that you're innocent, you look guilty. And he began to plead his case as to why he was innocent. And I kept reiterating to him the same thing. Hey, bro, every day that you don't come forward and say something, you look guilty. And it's not looking good for you, brother. I told a brother that, straight up and down. I told him that. And I asked him, look, you don't got to come forward with me. You don't got to come forward on my channel. I said, you have your own YouTube channel. You need to say something. And so what he told me was he had made a statement on his Facebook page, which some of y'all saw. I didn't see it. I've heard that he made a statement on his Facebook page, but as I told him, what is the use of you making a statement on your Facebook page? Look good, and you changed your phone number. It doesn't look good for you, bro. You're not answering me when I'm telling you, hey, bro, you left me. I interviewed you on my channel about you running for mayor. After a long, hearty conversation where I told Nasi how I feel about what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and how I don't like it. Believe it or not, he was willing to come forward. He was willing to come forward and say something. That was how he felt. And I told him, I said, brother, you don't have to do it on Maccabeestv. I'm not looking for views. I'm not looking to be a part of this at all, because I'm not. I said, I did my job. My job was to get your attention. I got your attention. I said, you don't have to come on my channel. You can do it on your channel. Just say something, bro. He said, nah. He said, nah. If I'm going to come forward, I'm going to do it on your channel. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all. When he said that, I was uncomfortable. Why was I uncomfortable? Because I have not spoken to the victims or nobody. I haven't. So I was like, man, I really don't feel comfortable doing this. But nevertheless, I see that the whole community wants him to come forward. So I'm going to consider it. So then he said to me, well, before I do it, I'm going to seek some more counsel from some more people. That was the last thing he told me. He said, I'm going to seek some more counsel from some more people before I go live on Maccabeestv, and I'm going to call you back later. Now, after he hung up from me, I sought counsel too. I started talking to brothers in my camp. What do y'all think? Do y'all think I should do the video with the brother? And most brothers in the camp was like, no. I reached out to another Torah-based brother. I'm not going to say his name because, he didn't, what we said to each other is what we said to each other. But I reached out to him and I asked him, yo, what do you think I should do with this? And he told me, really and truly, the only way you should do it is if you ask these questions right here. And he gave me some questions. And I was like, well, brother, I'm not familiar with the case like you. I was only trying to get him to fish him out of hiding, to get him to come forward and say something. And I accomplished that. But I really don't know much about the case like you do, because you talking to the victims, you got this paperwork, that paperwork. I don't have none of that stuff. So he was like, well, if that's the case, then don't do it. I was like, all right. Hung up from that brother. I called Captain Tazariak. I said, yo, bro, I just spoke to Yashuvel. He's thinking about coming forward. Should I do it? Bible says in the mouth of two or three. He said the same thing the other brother said. Hey, bro, if you're not going to ask these specific questions right here, don't do it. Well, again, I say, hey, bro, I'm not as familiar with the case as you. You've been talking to people. I have not. So he said, if that's the case, don't do it. That's what he said. So I was like, you know what? I ain't doing it. But guess what? Nasi never called me back. He never called me back. So whatever counsel he received from whomever he talked to, they told him, don't come forward. Do not come forward. Do not say nothing. Here's my opinion on that. I said it to the brothers that are in the video from his father's school, so I'm not saying nothing I didn't already say. I stand on what I say. That's one thing you're going to know about me. I stand on what I say. I think that's bad counsel. I told those brothers that from his father's school, and I told Nasi that too. I said, you getting bad counsel, bro. That's bad counsel. I don't care who's counseling you. I care not. I'm not going to ask you who's telling you that. I'm telling you, you getting bad counsel. And I told him, I said, hey, bro, let me tell you something. Even if this tribunal finds you innocent, hypothetically, and even if you go to the white man's court, the Gentiles, and they find you innocent, I said, bro, your name in Israel will never, ever, ever, ever be the same again. Ever. And I told him that. And he told me he understood. He told me he understood. So my opinion, this is my opinion, if you understand that, why are you still silent? Why? I don't get it, bro. And now, as far as the statement that his father's school made, they pretty much, outside of saying give the process a chance, which the process is a tribunal that they have set up or whatever's going on, they said give the process a chance. I hear y'all on that, right? But, again, if he didn't do it, there's no reason why he can't at least say that much. Even through you guys. Even through you. You guys can be the mouthpiece for him if he doesn't want to come forward. But say something. To say nothing about a case this egregious, where children are involved, to say nothing is bad. I don't give a damn. I'm telling y'all straight, it's bad. The Most High has created that's on this earth right now. No elder, no chief, no prince, no high priest, no nobody that can tell me that if somebody made this accusation against me, hey, Dan, don't say nothing. Impossible. Impossible. Now, if somebody made a petty accusation, something stupid, you can ignore it. You can ignore it. But this accusation right here, no way. No way. So, again, I don't think it was wise counsel. The brother was tempted to come forward, but he received counsel not to. That's his choice. That's his burden that he has to bear now. I did what I could, right? See, my video was different than everybody else's. Everybody else been doing what they've been doing. My video was different. I knew what I was doing because I was talking to Nasi Spirit. I didn't expect him to call me back so fast. He called me the next morning, not even 24 hours. When I saw the phone number, my spirit told me it was him, but I didn't answer. I didn't answer it because I didn't recognize the phone number. And after I didn't answer the phone, he texted me and said, it's me. Before I even called him back, I saw counsel on that. I said, yo, should I call this guy back? Everybody said, yeah, call him back and hear what he has to say. And that's what I did. So at this point, brothers and sisters, you got what you're going to get until further notice. And what you're going to get is his father's school, they made a statement. Again, once I get to work, y'all can see the traffic picking up now, right? Like 10, 15 minutes ago, was no traffic. Now the traffic is picking up. Like I told y'all, this time of the morning, the closer you get to New York, is the more the traffic picks up. That's why I leave now, because later on, man, this thing is going to be crazy. Anyway, that's all you're going to get right now is what the family gave you. So that's my commentary on that. But I want to take things just a step. Yeah, right, them cars are flying. Somebody said, yeah, man, they be doing 90. I don't do it because there's deer out here. Like I said, this whole highway is like roadkill. There's deer out here. So these guys be going 90 miles an hour and go right smack into a deer because the deer run out this highway. They don't give a damn. I'm trying to keep my little car I got for right now, man. So I'm careful, man. On this particular highway right here, this particular stretch, I drive like a grandma. Once I get on to the major interstate, I'm gonna start doing, going a lot faster. But right now, I'm doing about 60. You know what I'm saying? That's why the cars are so far ahead of me, man. Anyway, I want to take it a step further, brothers and sisters. So, yeah. I want to take it a step further, right? So, my last video, I told y'all that about a year ago, I had done a video on child molestation on our sister channel, Sisters of the Maccabees, right? And I kind of chastised the Israelite community to a degree because the video I did on child molestation a year ago didn't even have 500 views after being on the channel for over a year, which shows me Israelites didn't care about it. And I can say that because I did a video about you-know-who 2 days ago, and the video got 1,000 views in less than 24 hours. In less than 24 hours, I got 1,000 views when I was talking about you-know-who. Why? Because it was drama. It was drama. So y'all like that thing. When I start talking about stuff like this, in a year, I can't even get 500 views. That was before. But I must commend you, brothers and sisters. This past Sabbath that just passed, my wife on the Sisters of Maccabees channel did another video on child molestation. She did another one. And the Israelite community was way more supportive of that video than they were of the one that I did last year. So all praise to the Most High for that. If you brothers and sisters are not familiar, it is on the Sisters of the Maccabees channel, which is the sisters version of Maccabeestv. If you're too lazy to go looking for it, when I get to work, I will also post the link for that video in the comment section. Now, I need some more of y'all to hit that like button, y'all. Come on. Now, check this out, right? Something came out that's very, very sad. And I want everybody to listen to what I'm saying. And I'm going to need some participation. And this is going to be a very, very, very tough subject that I'm about to go into. Some of y'all might not want to talk about it. Y'all going to be silent. Y'all not going to say nothing. Or you might log off because y'all don't want to talk about it. But you can stick your head in the sand all you want. This stuff is going on. So we're about to have a tough conversation right now. And I want to see some of you brothers that call yourself Israelites, particularly you. The Most High set you brothers up to be judges. So now we're going to judge the matter. I'm going to give you a story that is based on a true story, meaning it's not the exact story, but it's based on a true story, which means the majority of what I'm saying to you really, really happened. But there may be some places where I'm being a little bit vague. Now, it was said that there is a 10-year-old boy, This is real stuff, brothers and sisters, based on a real story. There is a 10-year-old boy that was found to be molesting his 3-year-old sister, brothers and sisters. I'm going to say it again. There was a 10-year-old boy that was found to be molesting his 3-year-old sister. Just heard a story very similar to this recently, okay? The 10-year-old boy was not only molesting his 3-year-old sister, guess what else? It gets worse. He actually passed his 3-year-old sister an STD. How about that? How about that? Now, how do you judge a matter like that? Do you beat the 10-year-old? Do you beat him up? Do you stone him? Do you call the police on the 10-year-old boy and have him arrested? What do you do? Brothers and sisters, that's the name of the video that you're watching right now. I'm finally getting to the point. Hurt people hurt people. If a 10-year-old boy is molesting a 3-year-old girl, that 10-year-old boy was touched too. What part of that do we not understand? What part of that do we not understand? I apologize for that, brothers and sisters. There's a little bit of a drop zone like where I'm at, so I'm still here. I'm still here. I know it logged off for a second. I'm still here. According to what I remember about the story, and I'm going to get it straight, but yes, the 10-year-old boy, I believe, had an STD that he passed on to the 3-year-old girl, if I'm not mistaken. The reason why I'm saying based on a true story, because some of the facts I may have a little twisted, because my mind was blown when I heard it. My mind was blown so much, I told a person, you can stop telling me this right now. You can stop telling me this right now. Tell it to me later again. So I'm gonna have to hear this later on. I'm gonna ask for the story again. But when I heard the story, I had literally just woke up, and that was dropped right on my lap, and I was like, nope, I just woke up, not right now. That's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the story. You had a 10-year-old that was molesting a 3-year-old, which means the 10-year-old was touched. And the reason why I say that is because some of the people in the black community that are doing these things, a lot of them are victims of molestation themselves. These are facts. They were touched as children too, especially when you see people that have a pattern of violating. Not that they did it one time, but they do it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, or they do it over a long, extended amount of time. A lot of these people that are doing this, they are victims of molestation themselves. These are facts. So now my question to you, brothers and sisters, is how do we as an Israelite community, because this is not an Israelite problem. That's how come Africa Bambaataa ran around the community for 40 years doing the same thing. There's a good chance that when he was a kid, somebody touched him too. That's why he was a serial molester himself. This dude had a book in his house that he would show his victims of all the people that he was with before his latest victim. A book. And you have people that would go to his house and see this book and not say nothing. And this went on for decades. Sustained. Chances are, dude was touched too. Chances are. What do we do with a situation like what I just said, brothers and sisters? What do we do? What do we do? Even though we as leaders, some of us as leaders and counselors, I do counsel all the time, right? But there's some things that's even above our pay grade. And there are some things that the scriptures don't really, you're going to kind of have to use wisdom. You have to use the wisdom of the scriptures, but there's no actual laws that say what you do. In a situation like that, you got to kind of apply wisdom and ask yourself, in a situation, what do you do with a 10-year-old like that? That 10-year-old is destroyed, mentally destroyed. And that's why they're doing what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you something else. I have talked to victims of child molestation in person, in real life, that have told me that they too, because they were touched, that they touched people. I'm not kidding you, brothers and sisters. People have told me this. And me as somebody that it never happened to can't really understand it, but it's a pattern that goes on. So it's something we have to talk about. So when we see these behaviors in our community, just know that some of these brothers and sisters have unresolved issues. And some of them come into the Israelite community. And some of them go over into the Kemetic community. And some of them go over into this community and that community and the Muslim community. And they perpetuate, and many of them, the majority of them are damn Christians. And they would touch these children and they perpetuate those detestable acts on other victims. And then their victims victimize other people. These are real life issues. I always tell brothers that I'm close to, we are sick as a people. Sick, right? When you come into this truth, you come into this truth with rose-colored glasses and blinders on. We all do, including me. You think you came into the kingdom of heaven. You think that everybody has the same mindset you have, that they really want to change their life and they really want to repent. And I'll even go as far as saying, I believe that most do. But some people that come into the truth really have not repented. They ain't nothing but Negroes that know their nationality. Then you have another sector of our people that come into this truth that they sincerely want to repent, but they have unresolved issues, things that happened to them in their childhood. And so because they haven't addressed those issues, they bring that baggage with them in the truth, and it manifests itself at some point. I have seen it. I've seen it. And so we have a very, very hard job as teachers, as leaders in this truth. We have a hard job. I have learned as a camp leader, dealing with many, many issues in my camp. Not this particular issue, but other issues. Other baggage that people bring in when it comes to the truth. I have learned that I got to ask a lot more questions to people when they want to join Lions of Israel. A lot more questions. And that even though I have a 6-month rule in place where you cannot join the camp for 6 months while we check you out or you check us out, sometimes that's not enough. Like, we really got to ask questions. sometimes even pry into some things that might be almost a little personal, only because there's a lot of sick people that's coming into the truth and they're not dealing with their illness, whatever it may be, whatever trauma or traumatic things that happen to them in their life, they're not dealing with it. And because they're not dealing with it, they come in and it manifests itself, and then the whole community goes crazy, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, when the whole time this person had that problem, they were just hiding it. So, what do we do in a situation like I just mentioned, where you have a 10-year-old molesting a 3-year-old? How do we resolve that? And that's going on every day all over the world. Wherever our people are, that's going on. It's going on in the Caribbean. It's going on down south. Wherever our people are, it's going on. How do we address that? What do we do? Well, I'll tell you, I'll give you a hint. The first step that we have to take is we got to stop being silent to these things and stop pretending like they don't exist. Take the rose-colored glasses off. Stop watching videos that all there is drama with people going back and forth, and actually support the people that are trying to address this issue and others that are in our community. That is the first step. That is the first step. There is a lot of deviancy in our community. I'll tell y'all something, right? And believe me, I got screenshots. The only reason why I'm not showing them is because I'm driving. But at some other point, I'm going to post these because you brothers and sisters have to see what's really going on in the minds of a lot of niggas that call themselves Israelites. And I keep reiterating, it ain't just Israelites, but since I'm in this community, I'm addressing Israelites. So now, watch this, y'all. Watch this. I read a lot and I study a lot, but I have never claimed to know everything. So I'm going to need some help from my brothers and sisters today that study this Bible. I'm going to need y'all to teach me today. Please, teach me today. Help me out. There was a brother that came on a post on Facebook and told us that Father Abraham married Sarah when she was 10 years old. Oh yeah, brother, I got the screenshots. I have the screenshots. Brother told me with a straight face that Father Abraham married Sarah when she was 10 years old. Hey, brothers and sisters, I don't know everything. Can somebody please tell me where I can find that? What did I miss? Where's that? Yeah. He was telling me it's in some of the so-called lost books of the Bible. The pseudepigrapha, I believe, to be exact. He told me it's in there. And I know some of you Israelites, y'all be reading them lost books. Right? Like my elder Marshall used to say, you brothers can't even break down the Bible that we have, the 66 books that we have, plus the Apocrypha. You can't even break all of that down, but you already in Enoch, and this one and that one. Okay, cool, fine. I'm not here to talk about that right now. What I want to know is, where can I find that? Because I went looking for it. I said, really? So I Googled that thing. I said, yo, Sarah married Abraham when she was 10? Okay, let me find this. I got to find the source for this thing. I couldn't find it. So I said, I'm going to appeal to my people. Does anybody know where that is? I can find that? I haven't found it. I just want to see that in writing. Who says something like that? At first, I thought it was a troll account. I said, nah, there's got to be somebody with no face, no name, whatever, because you have a lot of like fake profiles on Facebook. So I convinced myself it was a fake profile. It was fake. So I went on the profile and I seen a man, and I seen a man with a family, with a wife and children and all that, saying this thing. And I said to myself, yeah, man, we got issues. We have issues. We got issues. So I went looking for that thing, And I found it wasn't even a website. It was like a blog, not even a blog, like a forum. Like you have these things where you could like go on a forum and you could ask a question, and then people will come on there and they'll answer your question, whatever like that. Somebody started a forum, and they said, no, Sarah wasn't 10 years old when she married Father Abraham. She was 3. Yes, yeah, yep. Some of y'all may actually find it if you go and Google it yourself. How old was Sarah when she married Abraham? Some of you, if you look hard enough, you may find the forum I'm talking about. There is a forum online where you had grown adult males that were in there saying she was 3 years old when he married her. I just had to close the window out. I said, all right, I've had enough. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Now, I'm glancing a little bit at some of the comments. I saw somebody said, teach your children to speak up. Yup, definitely. That's number 2. Number 1 is we got to stop turning a blind eye to what's going on in the black community, which is seeping over and spilling over into the Israelite community. That's number 1. But number 2, yup, teach your children to say something. Teach your children to say something. Don't be afraid. Don't let that person intimidate you at all. Teach your children to say something. Very important. Right? You want to be on record making it known that you don't stand for these things. Because the world is watching, brothers and sisters. They're watching. I'm going to say this, man. As much as I don't like what Sonetta is doing on his channel, I'm going to tell you something. He texted me and told me he respects what we've been doing, specifically my video, what I did concerning this whole situation with Nasi. He said he respected what I did, and he said he knew it wasn't easy for me to come forward and do that. So people are watching. They're watching to see what we're going to do. What are we as Israelites going to do? So we got to take a stand and say something. You see what I'm saying? So going back to that statement that his father's school made, that was all well and good. And it is what it is. But I still stand on what I told y'all, and I still stand on what I told Nasi. All we're asking for is 3 words. If you didn't do it like you claim you didn't do it, then say, I didn't do it. Then we'll see what happens when the tribunal comes forward with their judgment public. We'll see. And then we'll take it, not we, but the victims or the alleged victims that were whatever, they'll take it from there. They got to take it from there. But if you did say to me that you didn't do it, but talking to me behind the scenes is not doing anything for your reputation. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs in the Torah, it says it speaks about a good name. It's above gold. I'm paraphrasing. It's above anything. If you are a leader in this nation, if you are a recognizable face in this nation, which you are, especially since as far as debating is concerned, then you're supposed to maintain your good name as a leader in Israel at all costs. For those of us that believe in the New Testament, the Bible says in 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, that you must abstain from all appearance of evil. It's not even supposed to appear that there's evil associated with your name when you're a leader. The Bible also says in the book of Timothy, it says a bishop must be blameless. A bishop is nothing but a priest, a leader. You must be blameless. So the minute that there's any accusation against you that could tarnish your name or your reputation, you're supposed to run forward and say, that's not me. You don't have to get into the details of the case. If there's a tribunal, if there's going to be a court case in the courts, you don't have to be specific, but you can say you're not guilty. And I stand on that. And so I told that to his father's school, and I told that to Nasi himself. And I told him, your reputation in Israel from this day forward can never fully recover because you've been silent for so long. Period. There's something in law called acquiesce or acquiescence. To acquiesce. To acquiesce is silent agreement. When you don't say anything, it's almost in law interpreted as an admission of guilt. And I told him that. I said, so it'd be better for you, even if you have a proxy, meaning even if you don't want to come forward yourself, have somebody else say it. And that statement that his father's school gave yesterday would have been the opportune time for them to say, we spoke to Nasi and he maintains his innocence. Even that wasn't a part of their statement. So I am extremely disappointed, but more important, I'm extremely troubled by the absence of the declaration of innocence on his behalf from him. And so that's my take on it, family. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. Now I'm wide awake. So I thank y'all for driving in with me. That's really why I even went live. Once again, for those of y'all that's just logging in, I'm going to put the link to the statement that his father's school made in the comment section. I can't do it now because I'm driving. If anybody knows their YouTube page, you could drop the link in the comments for everybody, because everybody may want to watch it right now. If not, I'll probably get to work in another 45 minutes or so. So once I get there, I'll go ahead and drop it in the link. I'll drop the link in the comment section a little bit later. In addition, right, I've been doing a lot of impromptu videos on this channel. I'm going to ease up on that for a while. And I'm going to be on the other channel, because a lot of y'all support this channel, but y'all don't be on the other channel. And you have to have backup channels, because YouTube is always deleting channels. Y'all know that. If you've been following me long enough, you know that I've had about 5 YouTube pages that was deleted over the years. I've been on YouTube since like 2009. My original page was Priest Danyaahla on YouTube. That page got deleted, and all the camp videos from back then. I had another priest called Priest Danyaahla 1. Got deleted. YouTube. So there may come a day when Maccabeestv is no more. It happens, right? And so I put so much emphasis on this channel and very little emphasis on the backup channels that I have, that I'm going to start going over there and doing my impromptus over there. That's not to say I'm still going to upload videos here, but I won't be doing lives on here probably for a little while. Maybe on the Sabbath I might do one this upcoming Sabbath, but I'm going to ease up for a while to build up the other channels, to build up subscribership and everything on the other channels, in case something happens to this channel. Y'all know where the other channel is. Y'all can become familiar with that. So also, that's another thing, that when I get to work, I'm going to put the link from the other 2 channels in the chat. If you're not familiar, it's Maccabeestv News. And when I feel like doing these impromptu videos, I'm going to go live over there. If you're not subscribed, you're going to miss them. You're going to miss them. All right? That's up to you. But I got to build those channels up some more. As far as my personal channel, right? My personal channel, there you go, Basim, thank you. If y'all want to see his father's school statement, that's their YouTube channel right there. As far as my personal channel, it's Priest Danyaahla Uncut. I'm going to put all these things in the comment section when I get to work. For those of you brothers and sisters that wasn't here from the beginning, if y'all can hit the like button so that more brothers and sisters can see the video and they can log in and they can hear what I've been saying. I'm wide awake now, y'all, so I definitely appreciate, those of y'all that took this little ride with me. Y'all can see I got a long ride to work every morning, man. But it is what it is. All praise to the Most High for providing me with, a way to pay my bills and take care of my household. So I give thanks to the Most High, man. It's really the same. If you're from New York, people from New York ask me all the time. They're like, yo, how you driving to work an hour and a half? The majority of y'all that live in New York, you take the subway like an hour to work every day. Especially if you like live in the outer boroughs like the Bronx or Brooklyn. Some of y'all live in Long Island and y'all work in Manhattan. How long does it take you to get to work? The same amount of time. The only difference is you can get on the subway seat and you can nod off. That's the only difference. I can't nod off because I'm driving. But it's the same amount of time. It's the same amount of time driving in from where I live as when I used to take the subway to go to work every morning. To me, the subway ride was longer, and I had to switch trains. When I was living out in Queens, I had to take the E train into Manhattan. If you're from New York, you know what I'm talking about. I had to take the E train from Jamaica Center into Manhattan. That ride alone was like an hour. And then you switch in Midtown and you take the 2 train to where I was working, which was on 100th Street in Manhattan. That was like another 30 minutes. So it's the same distance. Same distance. And a lot of times, the homeless problem is so bad on the subways, especially the E train. If you're from Queens, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you know somebody from Queens, ask them. The homeless problem is so bad on the E train in Manhattan, especially during the winter, that even at 4 o'clock in the morning, you get on the subway, there's no seats. Not because you have passengers that are going to work. Nah, the homeless are taking up all the seats. They live on the train. They live on that goddamn E train and that D train out to Brooklyn, out to Coney Island. They live on that joint. Period. The homeless, like how the homeless problem is bad on Skid Row in LA. In New York, the homeless people control the trains, man, especially overnight. It's bad. But anyway, it's the same amount of time between taking the subway in from where I used to live in the Bronx and where I used to live in Queens as it is to drive. Coming into work every morning for me, it's the same shit. You know, I had to get out to the city, man, because I was going crazy. I couldn't stand the traffic no more. It was in the Bronx, man. You can't walk 10 feet without there being dog mess because people don't curb their dogs. You know, people outside my window all night making noise, especially this time of the year, it's still warm. It's crazy, but I had to get out. You know, I had to get out, man, for my sanity. You know, some of y'all still love the urban jungle and all that confusion, but I don't. So I had to get out. Anyway, now I'm just talking. So how long I've been on? It says 53 minutes. I'll probably go to 1 hour. That's like another 7 minutes. I don't know what y'all got to say. I'm gonna peek at the comments. I may miss some though, because the traffic is picking up, so I can't take my eyes off for too long. But what say you all? I got something I want to say about what I said, or y'all want to talk about anything else? Y'all can. Hey Mika, I see you in the building. That's my sister Mika. I gotta get you though, Mika, man. Some of your posts be good, but some of your posts, man, some of that stuff you be posting on Facebook, I don't know, sis, man. Do not get seduced by that crap that the conscious community is saying about the Bible, sis. I be seeing you. I be looking at some of your posts, man, with the side eye, like, what Mika talking about? What is Mika talking about? Oh, man. But because it's you, and I believe you to be a sincere sister. I believe that you just trying to learn. I don't be getting tight, man. I just be looking at some of your posts like, Sometimes you be seeing, sis, I jump on your post and be like, hold up. But sometimes I just let it go. I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. Because I'll wind up being on all your posts. Ah, man, it's crazy. So everybody's good. Somebody said they have a beef with who talks to the accusers. Well, you know, I ain't gonna speak on that. I've been hearing some. Listen, I'm going to say this. I'm gonna say this, right? The reason why I've been urging this man to come forward and say something is because what I've been hearing from brothers that have been speaking to the accusers is troubling. I ain't gonna hold you. It's troubling to me. It's troubling to me what I've been hearing. If there's any hint of truth to what I've been hearing, that shit is off as hell. I'm not even gonna clean my language up or nothing. If what I've been hearing is true, that shit is off as hell. If that really happened. And so that's why I'm so urgent on more being said than what's being said. Because the accusations are way worse than what y'all been seeing on Facebook. Everything that's been said has not been said. Y'all think everything's been said on Facebook. It has not. A lot of y'all on Facebook, y'all been seeing those posts. Y'all are only getting a small inkling of what's actually been said. I've been hearing some stuff that is troubling as hell. I ain't gonna hold you. And so, don't be so sure that people speaking to the, and you should speak to the accusers. And that was another thing too, because if he was gonna come on my channel, I told Nasi, I said, yo, bro, if I bring you on my channel to say your side, I said, I gotta talk to the accusers too. I have to. That's only right. Because if I don't, then it looks like I'm taking sides. And I really don't know what the fuck happened. And I want to know what, look at these people, y'all. Y'all see that? It was going like 90 miles an hour. That shit is crazy. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Yeah. I ain't doing it. My insurance is high. Yo, let me tell you something, man. There be so many accidents on this joint because people be going crazy. Man, it be so many accident stuff. And a lot of these people, man, the accidents be so bad, I'll be surprised if some of these people even lived. Because these people just go crazy out here. This is, for those of y'all that not familiar with the East Coast, this is Interstate 80. This is Highway 80. As y'all can see as I'm driving, it's a lot of 18-wheelers out here. And they drive reckless as hell. They don't give you no inkling. They're going to switch lanes. They just cross right in front of you. They don't give you no inkling at all. So you got to be very, very careful when you're driving out here. It doesn't matter what time of night. They're always on this road, all the time. Tons of them. And these 18-wheelers be doing 90, 100 miles an hour. And a lot of times, they be jackknifing and turning over in the middle of the road. You're going down the road, all of a sudden, you get into a traffic jam, and then when you get up to it, it's an 18-wheeler that's overturned. Because these mofos be just going crazy out here. I know a lot of them be on a timer. They're making a run, and they're trying to get to where they're trying to get as soon as possible to be done with it, or whatever. It might be time sensitive, whatever it is. But it's all about getting to your destination safe, man. It's all about getting to your destination safe. And a lot of them don't drive safely. So, as they always say, you drive for yourself and everybody around you. And that's what I do. Because people on the East Coast drive like maniacs. These are facts. There shouldn't be this much traffic this time of the morning, but there is. That's because I'm getting closer to New York. That's why. So, So what else, man? I'm trying to look at the comments, but y'all not really saying much. So I guess I'm gonna assume that y'all are in agreement with what I said. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna say much else about this at this point. I just wanted you brothers and sisters to know that something was said. So y'all could actually go and see the statement for yourself and judge the matter for yourselves. Because a lot of y'all have been asking for it. So I just thought I would let you know that something was said. I don't really see a purpose in me saying anything else about it at this point, because I spoke to his father's school. I didn't go to social media first. I believe in talking to people. I spoke to his father's school, particularly the brother that's in the video speaking that y'all gonna watch. I spoke to him. That's who I spoke to. Nasi himself called me, and I spoke to him, and I expressed my frustration and my concerns with what I'm seeing. And so I've done my part, because I have not spoken to the victims. I really don't want to involve myself in the case, immerse myself fully in the case. I want to allow the facts to come out and see what this so-called tribunal is going to do. I want to see. So at this point, I'm just going to watch. And once everything is resolved, if I'm not satisfied with what I see, then I'm going to say something else. But at this point, right now, according to their statement, there's some things that are going on right now that are in process. So let's see what happens. That's all I can say. Mika's asked me if I heard the tape. Yeah, I heard the tape. I did hear that. That's I heard the tape. Yeah. And there was some things that concerned me on the tape. I won't hold you. There are. also saw I was sent some documents from both sides. How about that? I was emailed some stuff from both sides. So I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. So I'm telling y'all, brothers and sisters, y'all gotta let the process play out. That's all you can do now. That's all you really can do. Let the process play itself out. I am Judah. I'm heading to work. So I leave out my house somewhere between 3:45 and 4 in the morning. I have like an hour and a half drive. I leave out because y'all see traffic, but this is nothing compared to what it's going to be in about an hour. You know, going into New York and New Jersey is crazy. So I don't like rush hour traffic. I like to be able to do at least 60 or better when I'm driving. So I leave out early. If I get to work too early, I can just recline a seat and go back to sleep for an hour, or I could go inside. I have my office at work. I can go inside my office and I can sleep. I tend not to like to do that because it doesn't look good to be sleeping in the office. And number two, some of my workers, some of the guys that I supervise, they just barge into my office all the time out of nowhere and fright me out of my sleep sometimes when I'm trying to take a little cat nap. So I don't even do it. You know what I mean? So I leave out early. If I get to work early enough, I can catch a little cat nap in my car. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Did y'all see the video I did yesterday? I didn't even check the comments on it really yet. Did y'all see the video I did yesterday where I showed y'all the video of the brother that was named Danyaahla before me in the truth? If y'all didn't see that, go check that out. There was a brother named Danyaahla in the truth before me. When I first came into the truth, I had to call myself Danyaahla II or Danyaahla Ba, because there was another brother that had the name before me, but he passed away. So the elders allowed me to drop the second from my name and just call myself Danyaahla. That's how I got the name. I went into that whole thing yesterday in the video I did. I hope y'all saw it. If you didn't see it, go check it out. Anyway, I think I've been on long enough. I'm probably boring y'all at this point. I still got probably another 30 minutes before I'm at work. So, like I said, I tend to just blast music at the highest decibels I can. That thing keeps me awake. It keeps me alert. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and do that. You know. Mika says, no, I'm not. I'm not boring you, sis. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That's nice of you. I appreciate that. So, Sister Mika, since I have you on, I ain't putting you on the spot, but you my sister, right? I'm going to try to see your comments in the comment section if I can, but I'm driving now. But I ask you a question, right? I see your posts, and I don't really know where you stand on some things. So let me ask you one or two questions. And these are not to put you on the spot, or these are not hard questions. I just want to ask you something, right? Do you subscribe to the fact that the people in the Bible never really existed? Because I know I see you over here. I also see you over there, and over there, and over there. You be on like a lot of different comments sections, watching a lot of different people. And so I don't really know fully where you stand. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking you, or anybody else that's watching, who believes that the people in the Bible never existed? And if you say that they didn't, I'd like you to tell me, what is that based on? Because I have a question for you. I have a question for you that you may have to go and take to some of the other people you watch so that they can give you an answer. You can come back and give it to me. But do you, sister, or anybody that's watching, believe the people in the Bible never existed? And if so, what is that based on? I'd like to know. I'm going to give you or anybody else in the chat a chance. Everybody, man, I can hear crickets. I know somebody listening to this believe that shit. Crickets. Wow. So everybody that's watching this believes the people in the Bible were real. That's good, but I don't believe all of y'all. Okay. You said you believe that that's half true. Okay. Okay, cool. Fair enough. So now, if you could, I'd like to know the half that's true. What is that based on? What is that half that's true? What information or sources do we have to say that it's partially true that people in the Bible didn't exist? What sources of information are we using to say that? That's what I'd like to know. Brothers and sisters, show respect to the sister. The sister's a cool sister, so let's not laugh at her or whatever like that. I'm really not putting her on the spot because I really believe she's trying to learn. So some are allegory and some are real history. Okay. Okay. Let me say this to you. I was watching a video of a brother in the conscious community who I will not name. And this is something that a lot of dudes in the conscious community, they pass this meme around social media like a hot potato, and it's BS. They teach that Abraham never existed based on Galatians chapter 4, where it speaks about an allegory. That's in Galatians chapter 4. And so what they do is, I believe it starts at verse 22. I'm not sure, but it starts somewhere thereabout. I'm going to paraphrase, because y'all see I'm driving. I don't have a Bible in front of me. I'm going to paraphrase. Galatians chapter 4, I believe at verse 22, it goes something like this. For it was written that Abraham had two sons, one by a bondwoman and one by a free woman. The one by the bondwoman was born after the flesh, right? And the one that was of the free woman was born after the promise. They which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for seed. And then it goes on later on in the verse to say which things are an allegory. And so what the conscious community will do is they'll take that verse that says which things are an allegory and say, see, this is saying Abraham is an allegory. No, it said which things, not the people in the story, not Abraham, not the son he had of the bondwoman, which was Ishmael, not Isaac, which was born of the promise. They're not an allegory, but the things, the story itself was an allegory based on something Paul was trying to convey. He was trying to convey a message. And so he used Abraham, he used Ishmael, and he used Isaac to make a point about the two covenants. That's what Galatians 4, the latter verses, is going into. It's speaking about the two covenants. It's not talking about Abraham not existing. That's pseudo. That's why you have to read the verses above and the verses below. You got to read the verses in its proper context. That's why I always ask people, based on what? Secondly, when you go and you read extra biblical sources, right? Where do we read first century, second century, third century historians that were closer to the events of the day? Where do we read those historians saying that the people of the Bible didn't exist in the first, second, and third century? Who was saying that back then? Like, for instance, when you have Lucian of Samosata, Tacitus, Celsus, Josephus, Pliny the Younger, when you have all these historians that speak about the early Christians, right? Suetonius, so forth and so on. When you have all these early Christian historians speaking about the early Christian church and how the early Christian church, believed in Christ. Where do we read these early Christian historians saying, I don't know why these people believe in Christ, they're crazy because he never existed? Where do we read that? We don't. We don't read that. That's why I always ask people, what is that based on? I'd like to know. Just curious. Alrighty, y'all. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Now I'm starting to, my voice is starting to go a little bit. I need some water, but I can't get to my water until I park. I didn't bring it in the car with me, so I gotta park and go get some. So my voice is starting to go a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Blessings to everybody that watched. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope everybody has a safe day. Get to your destination safe, and let's continue to pray for our nation. Let's continue to pray that the Most High, His will be done, and that whatever the truth is in these matters in Israel that are occurring, whatever the truth is, that we get to find out what the truth is, and that the Most High reveals that soon to us, because these things are a blight and a black eye to the community, even though it's not a black eye to those of us that do the right thing. But in case you're blind and you're not watching what goes on in the media, and those that hate Israel in general, they take every opportunity to try to lump us all in together. Even though there's no more deviant place on the planet Earth than the Christian church. There's no more deviant place. There's no place where children are abused more, molested more than in the Christian church. Nevertheless, it's not a problem until it happens in the Israelite community, allegedly. Sad. If you didn't hit the like button, do so on your way out. I'm almost to work. I got probably another 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and give my voice a rest. And like I said, I'm going to put the links to everything I spoke about in the comment section after I get to work. Make sure y'all subscribe to Maccabeestv News, which is the backup channel to Maccabeestv. Make sure y'all subscribe to that. My next few impromptu lives that I do will be over there. Even if I'm only talking to 5 people, I'll just be talking to 5 people. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part of that, just go ahead and subscribe to those channels as well. And I'll also put the link for the other video in the comment section when I get to work. This is your brother, Priest Danyaahla, Lions of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council. If you're not subscribed to Maccabeestv, make sure you subscribe. And I am out of here. Shalom.